Blue me.
I literally paid for it.
Oh my good lord.
Can you put that in the bin and then repeat the question, please? I'm bloody starving.
Hello guys and welcome back to another video. I'm joined with my favourite special guest. We're going to do a little mukbang. We've got some food. I've never had a takeaway Nando's before.
Have you not?
Never, I've only ever eaten it in. So we've got some food. I also asked over on my Instagram for some questions and we have a lot. So we're just going to chat, talk about camp, eat some food. I'm actually so excited. Right, what did you have?
A wrap. I made Vic
halloumi
bring
cheese.
her own knife and fork because I can't deal with the wooden ones.
Did you even give me one? No. So I would have just been eating
Eat
it.
with your hands. I have like 4 Nando's a week. I don't know
When
how
you
I'm
said
going to
that,
cope when I go to camp.
I could not believe that that's how you live. Oh, you'll have to try some of the mash. It's probably going to look rank in the little cardboard box it comes in. Why would they do that? Ooh. So I literally got a fat slab of chicken. Well, I do love a butterfly chicken.
Yeah, it's
Some peri salted chips. You get peri salted chips?
Obs.
I love peri salted chips so much. Okay, let's get some cues.
I think I'm going to be doing more eating than talking right now.
I love that the American accent always comes on when we do these videos. There's a lot, so
Okay.
strap
I need
yourselves
to prepare
in.
myself.
Get yourself some of your own food because it's going to be a long one.
I bet you go to Nando's after this.
Okay, first question. What's one piece of advice you'd give to a first timer going to camp?
Probably don't put pressure on yourself
Yep.
to like it straight away.
That's such a good one.
I know, thought of it off the top of my head. Because I think when you get to orientation it can be quite overwhelming and you've had lots of different thoughts running through your mind like, oh my god, this is going to be the best experience ever.
Yeah.
Oh my god, have I also made the right decision? Mm-hmm. Every day is different, but wait till the kids get there.
Yeah.
And your experience will just really kickstart them.
That's so true because like you said, orientation can be so overwhelming and camp doesn't start until the kids arrive. So if you don't give yourself at least that time to adjust until the kids are there, like, you haven't gone to do what you were going to do at that point.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I also think like one thing that I put in my Facebook introduction this year was make sure you take in and appreciate the good moments and also the bad moments.
Yeah.
Because both of them make you as a counsellor.
And they come hand in hand. You can't have one without the other. So
one day you might have a bad day, but you've got to take that experience on board and learn from it. And I think that's one thing that Tammy taught me last summer.
I feel inspired. That was sensational.
I've matured a lot since the last video.
The last video. I'll have to tag the video down below. I want to watch it again actually. We'll watch it when we get home. I think mine would probably be just let your hair down and have fun. I think don't worry about what other people are thinking because everyone's in the same boat, and I'll always say that camp is the one place that I feel like I can go and be my true stupid silly self and nobody cares. And like not once do you have to... I thought they were staring at us then.
No, they've not actually looked at us once.
And yeah, just be silly, have fun, dance like nobody's watching, scream, sing at the top of your lungs, and just embrace it because camp is going to absolutely fly by. And before you know it, you'll be sobbing your heart out because you're about to go home.
And
so
the buses are rolling out.
Yeah.
Andy Siegel's speech.
Sad. Do you take snacks from home that you can't get in the USA? What?
Last year, me and Vic travelled together. And I was pretty certain that her bag was going to be heavier than mine.
Oh yeah.
Gets on the scales. I'm thinking, wow, that's overweight. And then I meet back up with Vic and she was like, oh, how much did your suitcase weigh? And I was like,
a lot.
I said the number, I can't remember how much exactly. And she was like, oh, mine was only like 23 kilograms. And I went, yeah, that's probably because I have a packing cube full of chocolate.
I didn't realise you literally
about 4
took
kilograms.
a whole packing cube, just food.
Oh, and it was full, and it was a big one as well.
What's your go-to snack that you'll take to camp?
Breakaways.
Breakaways?
I should love them.
That's so rogue.
I know.
That is so rogue, but I rate it.
But I don't really eat chocolate that much anymore.
No, me neither.
I tell you what I am taking this year though.
What?
Medium Peronaise sauce.
For me. Life hack, if you mix...
Can't live without it.
If you mix Nando's sauce and mayonnaise, you get Peronaise. For anyone that was wondering. If I was Sally Bray, I'd take prawn cocktail crisps.
Oh my days.
Definitely just think about
I took some for her, I think.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Definitely just think about the things that you can't get. If you have a snack that you literally love, just take it, because honestly, it will be heartbreaking having to just live off Hershey bars.
And it's home comfort.
Yeah.
Oh, Hershey bars taste like vomit.
They're not good at all.
No offence to the Hershey lovers.
Let us know in the comments if you love Hershey. What are good places or websites to buy like basic tops and shorts for camp?
H&M.
Oh, H&M's a good one.
Zara.
Yeah.
Zara are doing really good cheap basic tops at the moment. But then they're the only 2 shops I shop in anyway, so where would you say?
Online. I mean, honestly, Vinted.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, Vinted is the only place that I've been shopping at recently, selling my stuff and shopping at. I don't know, I just have a thing at the moment of like liking shopping second hand.
It's quite sustainable as well, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think there's no right or wrong place. Just don't spend loads of money on basics, especially if it's things that you think are going to get trashed. Primark's always a good go-to for like little cheap vests and tops and stuff. But
Primark are kind of slaying at the moment, you know. And I'm not a Primark shopper.
The price tag's not.
I went to buy some pyjamas. £14. I thought, I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Will you be vlogging this summer at camp? I will. And I always say I want to try and be better at it. But
your girls love it though.
I know, and I feel like this year, more than any year, I'm at a different place with my own socials that I just enjoy it so much. Yeah, I will be vlogging. TikTok and YouTube. Even if I get one vlog up a week on YouTube, I'll be so happy. TikTok's a lot easier to manage. She thinks I'm just not going to do it.
That's not going to happen. I'm sorry, but it's not.
To be fair, it's not even that it wouldn't happen like actually getting the content is easy. It's sitting down and editing it.
That's what I mean.
And the Wi-Fi's not actually good enough to upload a YouTube video. What's the biggest difference between a general and a specialist counsellor?
Well, you can answer this one. No, you can't.
What do you mean?
You kind of can.
What about?
You can answer from a specialist point of view.
Oh, I see. I think the biggest difference is just the time you spend with your kids.
Yeah, that's literally it.
That's literally it. Like, a general counsellor will spend all day, every day with their group of kids, and a specialist will be at their area for the majority of the day.
Whereas a specialist gets to know all of the kids at camp, whereas like a general's more focused on your division.
Both are amazing job roles to have at camp. I have people ask, like, what's better? There's definitely not one that's better than the other. One all depends on your experience and the kind of summer you want. We always say, like, a general counsellor is the stay-at-home parent.
Yeah.
And the specialist is the work-away parent. That's kind of how I describe it. How do you get accepted by a camp that you really want to go to? Do you apply to them direct?
Well, I applied to Tyler Hill direct.
So did I.
I think it's you've got a better chance, so to say, because when you get put in a hiring pool, there's loads of different camps. That's
not to say that you don't need an agency at some point. I think a lot of people, when they think about applying direct to camps, you think like you just apply direct and you get offered a job and you can go. You still at some point will need someone to sponsor your visa, which is what agencies act as. So definitely bear that in mind. Definitely look at camps that you have on the radar to apply direct to. It's definitely a good option. You also earn a bit more money if you are a direct placement.
Yeah, you do.
Have either of you ever had a summer camp romance?
You should bleep this out.
Beep, beep, beep!
No comment. I don't know whether it's the spice or what you've just said that's made me go red.
Do I try some mash? Why are you looking at me like that for? Like I've just...
I've got half a chicken in my mouth.
You only just talk about it. One thing to remember with camp relationships is that it will never be a secret. No. If you are thinking of going to camp and having a summer fling, having a summer romance, expect everyone to know.
I found that head staff knew like 3 to 5 working days before. I knew something was actually going to happen.
Yeah. So prepare for it to be everyone's business, and that is just camp. That's not people being nosy. That's not people like butting in on your business. You're in a space that everyone lives on top of each other. Everything is known.
Hey,
so
some people kept it a secret last year though.
Who?
It's a secret.
Who?
Can't even think of who it is now. Someone did though.
Neither of us have.
I haven't.
We haven't. I mean, I've been in a relationship most times I've been at camp bar one summer, so that's me. Or someone put, oh my god, yay, I love your videos with her.
Woo!
Cuties.
Thanks, bestie.
Okay, next question.
Was that my gran?
Which is better, top or bottom bunk?
I did not know what you were going to say there.
I've never been, I mean, I've been on a bottom bunk during orientation, but normally you don't.
I've done both.
Have you? Mm-hmm. Which summer, which?
Top first summer, bottom last summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I preferred bottom just because I didn't enjoy the crawling up the steps.
Yeah, fair.
The ladder thing, like if you needed to grab like a different t-shirt or something, like whereas I just could like grab and go type of thing.
Yeah.
And I preferred just being able to, on a night time, just getting into bed rather than having to be really quiet.
Nearly dropped
walking
my
up.
Yeah, that's true.
Walking up the ladders and stuff like that. But the only thing about being on a bottom bunk is that you sometimes wake up and the kids are staring at you. Because that happened to me last summer. Every single day.
Did it? Because they probably wake up before you, didn't they?
Yeah.
If they're up early. I personally, I think I've only ever been top bunk. Normally, I mean at our camp anyway, counsellors will automatically have top bunk because a kid won't ever be on the top bunk unless you've, say, got 5 counsellors in a bunk and 1 bunk will be for 2 counsellors. Is that right?
Yeah, we had 11 kids in my bunk.
Oh, I see.
We had 5 counsellors. So I kind of had to take the bottom bunk.
Yeah. I do love a top bunk though. I just get worried. Sometimes your bed doesn't have a bar. So sometimes you feel like you're going to fall off. But they're actually really spacious, the bunks, I find.
I found that in my first summer. If I left something on my bed, I'd feel really bad because it would end up dropping on one of the kids.
What age groups have you both worked with and what has been your favourite and why?
So I've had the same girls for the past 2 years. Can you hold this for me 2 seconds, please? I don't show my baby. I've had the same girls, so I've had them freshman B, which is when they're 9 and 10.
8 and 9.
8 and 9. Whoops.
Cadets
9, 10, and then I'm having them for sophomores this year.
10, 11.
10, 11.
Yeah, we've done like similar age group. We both started freshman, but I started freshman A, so a year younger than what your girls were. So I had them freshman A, freshman B, missed their cadet and sophomore summer because of COVID. Came out for their junior summer. Last year was senior, and this year was supers, which is wild. I mean, obviously we've had the same group of kids every time, so it's hard to really say what's been a favourite age because they're the same kids. I never thought I would say this, but I've loved having my girls at an older age. I loved having them as freshmen. I loved starting camp with them and to grow with them. Yeah,
you've seen them grow.
And to see that. But I've loved, like, last summer was one of my favourite summers just because they're a little bit older. Like, it is hot anyway in the car, I think.
No, it's the spice.
Is it spicy?
Spicy.
Like, I loved having my girls a little bit older. Like, you can just have different, like, older conversations. Like, you feel more like you've got a little sister.
Yeah, so the thing is with my girls when they were in freshman B, they were so much older.
Oh, really?
Than freshman B age. Like, they were so independent. I mean, there was an odd time you'd have to tell them to wash their shampoo out their hair. But that was just laziness more than anything, I think. But because my girls were so much older than their age, like, cadets, they felt sometimes older than what the sophomores were.
I find that in general, just with the kids at camp, though.
I agree, yeah.
I mean, whether it's just a thing now we're comparing, like, how we were at 7 and... You okay?
Yeah, I'm just belching.
I think when I just think about how I was at their age, like, times are just different now, though, and kids grow up a lot quicker. So, but yeah, I love the older age. Never thought I'd say that because I thought I was, like, a freshman counsellor through and through. Are you alright? But yeah, I'm really, really, really excited for this summer at camp. My girls are going to be 13 and 14 years old, which is crazy. If you'd have told me, like, my first summer that I was going to end up with the supers, I remember they called out the super counsellors my first summer and I was like, I can't think of being with the oldest kids. Like, all of my experience back then was with youngest kids, like 7 to 10 years old. And I remember being like, I could never be with the older kids. Like, I just don't think it would suit me. But growing up with my girls, it's made so much sense. And now I do think I'm a upper camp counsellor.
But they're like your little sisters, do you know what I mean?
They're like my little babies.
Yeah, so
Love them.
they're all so cute.
In the past, how long has it taken for friendship groups to form and is it cliquey at camp? I personally don't think it's cliquey. I think it becomes very easy to attach yourself to someone at camp in the kind of setting that camp is. I remember my first summer, I met Ailey. I literally clicked with Ailey from day one and, like, I felt like I was inseparable, and sometimes you almost close yourself off to new friendships because you feel so comfortable in the one that you've got. And I remember, like, we did everything together, we would go everywhere. I still had other friends, but she was definitely the person I was closest to at camp that summer. And I think now I've definitely grown into the fact that I know the reason I go back to camp is to meet so many people.
Yeah.
And to make so many new friends that now I'm like, I want to get to know more people. But it is very normal to find that one person that you get on so well with and want to just, like, stick with them.
It's so funny though because during orientation everyone's like, wow, these are going to be my best friends this whole summer, let's travel together.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you know, sometimes that does happen.
Yeah.
But The second you get into your orientation
Everything
bunks,
changes.
your divisional bunks, like the dynamic changes, because then orientation, you're spending your whole time with everybody, but then you're like, all right, what day are you off? You're Wednesday, you're a specialist. I'm Thursday, I'm a general.
Yeah.
And that's when like friendships almost start to form, is when you do get to be like off with specialists and stuff like that. I had my garlic bread. Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Still in there?
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope it is, because I paid for it.
I don't think there's anything else in there.
Excuse me?
I'm sure I got everything out.
I literally paid for it.
Everything else?
I know, that scares me.
What? Get your thing up. That's outrageous. I did get everything out the bag. I didn't know you ordered garlic bread too, On the flip side of that question, it's definitely easy. Like, friendships form so fast at camp. Like, we literally had met for a few hours in New York before going to camp. But do you know what I mean? Like, you feel like you know people so quick because you spend so much time together in such a short space of time.
Oh, 100%.
The environment's intense, for sure, but you'll meet some of the most incredible people, and you'll be friends for life.
The thing is with your camp friends are the friends that are most like you, because you have to be...
Yeah. You have to be similar types of people to go and do something like camp.
That's it.
Do you want some mash?
No, do you want me to ask a question though while you...
Oh my god. It's so good.
That's kind of a slay though. I'm going to ask a question now, and you're going to answer it.
I haven't done those ones. Well, you'll know which ones you've done because I've asked you them.
Oh my god, I love this person. They've asked so many questions. Oh, this is a good question, actually. What do you do on nights off when you didn't go to the local bar? I think these nights off are so important.
Yeah. They're honestly some of my favourite nights off when you don't go out.
Yeah.
I think, like, definitely a trip to Walmart is a go-to.
Love it there.
Stock up on things you need, get some snacks.
Gatorade.
Sometimes it's just a fun night out to go and just, like, it's like 10 o'clock at night, you're just running around Walmart, not caring the world.
Yeah.
It's just fun. Or sometimes you just chill in the staff lounge. Sometimes we try and get the movie theatre, watch a film, go stargazing.
Oh, the best.
Sometimes just get an early night.
I saw, like, 6 shooting stars in one night, you know.
Did you?
Yeah.
I saw my first shooting star at camp last year.
I saw 6 in one night.
Do you know when
and
it
I
was?
Like, whoa.
It was when we were burning the numbers at the end of the summer. Over the number. Oh, it was unbelievable. I'd never seen a shooting star before then. But yeah, like you said, those nights are so important because if you will want to go out every night and the FOMO will be real and you'll be like, oh, but everyone's going out. Like, I want to go and enjoy my time off.
I think definitely in, like, my first summer in 2022, I was, like, out every opportunity, every single night. But last summer, I kind of, like, my circumstances were obviously different.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of nights up at Wayne with the the division mums and stuff like that, and it just, like, they for me was such a good night because you really bond and get to know these people on, like, a deeper level. And obviously, like, you get to know your division leaders a lot during the summer, but it's nice to get them on a level where, you know,
kind of
you're not
duty.
working.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I think for sure, like, I find them nights so important because then I'd get an early night and then the next morning I'd wake up refreshed and ready for the day. I just think,
just listen to your body if you need a night off.
100%. That is one thing I didn't do in my first summer, and look how many times I ended up getting sick.
Yeah.
Whereas last summer I didn't get sick once, and that's because I knew when I needed to stop. I needed to stop.
Yeah.
How do you stay cool when there's no air conditioning? Well, at Tyler Hill we've got it.
We do.
Bunk. And mine broke last year, and I was sweating, and it was making a horrific noise, and it was dripping water on my head. But then it got fixed.
I am not gonna lie, I cannot imagine having a summer at camp without aircon. And I know that there's very, very few camps. What?
I've just seen a question.
Stop reading the next question.
Sorry.
We're on. If you are going to spend a summer at camp without AC, please let me know how you get on. There's obviously going to be things in place to keep the bunks cool. I don't know how. Whether it's just fans or... What would you do without aircon?
Well, nothing,
seriously?
I guess. But, like, in 2022, oh my days, our weather was so good.
Oh, it was unreal.
Like, you would go to, say, football on, like, the open field, or soccer, football, whatever, both sports, and you'd be so hot and you'd be roasting, like, actually roasting, and you couldn't be happier to open your bunk
I know it was going to be
door,
ice cold.
and it'd be ice cold, like, oh, it was the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
But when our air conditioning did stop working for a couple of days,
it's traumatic.
oh, you would want to sit outside in the boiling heat because it was even hotter inside. So, yeah. Let us know how you get on because I don't know how you do that.
I don't know.
Okay, so I want to read this question out because this is a big thing that really gets me on I've got quite a stance on the question. Can you have phones at camp? So, in 2022, I have loads of pictures and videos of camp. But we were allowed our phones because Alyssa wanted us because she would sometimes be with freshman A. And then if we needed anything, the kids needed anything, we'd be able to message. That's if we had service because we're all literally in the middle of nowhere. But 2023, I have like no pictures, and I know that any picture I do have, like for instance at Laz or at the basketball, it wasn't taken on my phone because I simply never had it with me. And all my days, I don't have the pictures, but at the end of the day, I've got the mental memories. And I just think these kids, right, are glued. I've got a couple of points on this. These kids are glued to their phones, right, 10 months of the year. So us sitting on our phones is unfair, right? It's like when you were in school and you weren't allowed your phone, and the teacher would go on it. Oh my days, I would make a fuss of that. But I just think these kids are paying to come here, and end of the day, you're getting paid to give them your undivided attention. So don't go on your phone. It's as simple as that. You don't need it. And you get the opportunities and chances to call home. And I know it's for some people, it's such a worry, like, am I going to contact home? By week 3, I forgot who my family were. Because I was too busy with my kids. You
do have so much more on your mind when you get to camp, and when people say the camp bubble is real, like, that's literally the biggest understatement.
It's all you're bothered about, and like camp gossip, like, you don't care about what's going on at home, like what camp gossip, gossip's going on back home. You care about the camp gossip, and it's just like, be there, because honest to God, when you go travelling and you think someone asks you a question, oh, do you remember what you did this day, and all you think about was, oh, well, I sat on my phone that day, and the kids notice everything. Your kids, without you even noticing, will look and see that you're on your phone. And I think there's some roles at camp where you do need your phone. For instance, you need it to contact parents and stuff like that. Whereas general counsellor, I don't need my phone. Because my main priority is right in front of me, and it's them kids. And if you don't put your whole undivided attention into it, it'll be one of your biggest regrets when you get home.
That's exactly similar though to my first 2 summers. My first summer, there was very little phone policy in place. It was just kind of like, don't be on it, but there was no like strict policy at all. And I remember going into my second summer, they announced we were going to have phone lockers, and I remember being like, oh, like, this is different. I don't really know how this is going to be, how this is going to go. And I literally remember like taking my phone to the locker. There was a little charger in there. You'd be able to plug your phone in, and it was like hands down 10 million times better than my first summer, because the times that I would naturally go and sit on my bed in rest hour and just think, oh, well, I'll just text my mum, I'll just check in, see what's going on at home. That little text check-in went from like 2 minutes to then 30 minutes, whilst you've got your kids around you saying, oh, should we go out and play cards with me, or can we go and do this, let's go on a walk. But my second summer, when I didn't have it, the memories I have and the relationships I formed with my kids that second summer were 10 times better, because you didn't have that distraction.
Be present, be in the moment, because you can't live a camp experience through your phone.
And like you said, we can't be hypocritical. The fact that the kids can't bring their phones,
exactly,
if you're then sat on your phones, it really it sets like a completely different tone for how your summer and your relationships with your kids are going to go. I mean, we haven't really answered the question. The question was, can you bring your phones? As a counsellor, obviously, you can take your phone. You can take your phone to camp, of course, but I think this is a very valid point to make about phone usage at camp. Honestly, enjoy the disconnect. Enjoy the times when you don't spend hours scrolling on TikTok and Instagram. It really makes you value human connection and like being with someone.
100%. My favourite thing, and it's something I'll always talk about, is like that you used to have to go and like knock on people's bunk doors.
Do you want to come play?
Like knock on and be like, oh, what you wearing tonight? Oh, are you coming out tonight? And it's just like,
you'd never text and ask that. I never say.
You wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, but I never text and say, oh, can I borrow your denim shorts for tonight? Or can I, are we going here? Are we doing this? Like, I'd literally go and just knock on and whatever bunk you're in. It's so good.
And you get so excited because like you've got this burning question to ask someone, and then all of a sudden they'll appear and you're like, oh my God, I need to ask you this question.
it really makes you excited to see, like, this girl, right?
I don't know what she's gonna say.
Hates hugs. Hated, shall I say. I remember the first time I hugged her, right, outside this little cafe in New York. She was the most awkward hugger
Physical touch
that I'd ever experienced, right? And what week would you say, maybe 2-3 weeks
like
in?
For the 3rd week, yeah.
3 weeks in, this girl comes up to me, wraps her arms around me and just hugs me, like, out by the flagpole. I remember being like...
I remember being told, actually, that I was the best hugger on camp.
Really?
Yeah, by Shane. I think it was Shane.
I love that.
Sorry if it wasn't you, Shane. It's a bit awkward. But I feel like it was Shane, and I was just like...
But it changes different aspects of you. Like, you would have never thought, after a few weeks at camp, you would want to... you would fit, like, willingly go and hug people.
I was worried about, because I could see that, like, how, like...
It's very very huggy and different things.
Yeah, like, it's just the best feeling ever. It is.
Yeah, we've gone off on a bit of a tangent on this one, but...
Why are we talking about hugging each other? What? Who knows?
Physical connection is amazing, and at camp you really get to make deeper connections than you can, obviously, from using your phone or different things. Obviously... Hello?
Wow, there's a Lamborghini.
Obviously, don't let this put you off to the point that, like, if you're worried about, like, staying in touch with home, there's time to do that. You can get up early, you can call home, you can text home. We get periods off, we have evenings off, we have days off. There's so much time to contact home. We're talking about the time that you're actually on duty and physically having to be working at camp to make sure that you're switched on and you're enjoying it. Because, like you said, you'll be sat at home when the summer's over, wishing you were anywhere but home. If I bring a speaker and I'm not able to have my phone, how do I do it? This is a great question. So... it's something that's so hard to talk on because every camp's going to have a different phone policy.
Yeah.
Our camp, for example, we can't be on our phones whilst we're on OD, we're working. If it's for something like music and connected to a speaker, like, that's fine.
It's so important at shower hour to have that music on. Because it motivates the girls to go.
My favourite thing to do of a morning when I was trying to get the girls out of bed, I literally was, like, in my old school Justin Bieber era last summer. I would go into the bunks blasting any old school Justin Bieber song, and I'm convinced that music in the morning makes anything and everything better.
I agree.
Like, it just gives you that kind of, like, hype. It just makes you excited for the day. So literally, some of the girls hated it, don't get me wrong. Some of them hated being woken up by music, and I get that, but when they then got themselves up, just having that music on makes so much difference. So something to definitely ask your camp how that works. They might have different rules for how you can do it. A lot of the times the kids will come with speakers at our camp, or with speakers and, like, little music players, MP3 players that they can connect their own music to. But yeah, something to ask. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I love a bit of music. Love a bit of music.
I do as well.
Oh, this is a great question, actually. I don't think I've answered this question. If I use razors to shave, is it safe to just keep them with my toiletries? That's a great question.
I have, like, a blue bag which has, like, me plasters and stuff in if I need them to hand, and then that's where I put my razor in. I would never keep my razor out where any of the kids could have it, simply just because I wouldn't dare risk it. Yeah. And, you know, if it's in with all your shower stuff and you just grab it, you could also like cut your finger or something like that. So I personally wouldn't keep it if it's an open like
keeping it within a toiletry bag, within something like we've never had a problem with.
No,
I wouldn't ever just, like, say, leave my razor just on the side or in the shower or something like that. But then as you get a lot older, like, my girls bring their own razors to camp. Do you know what I mean? They're at an age where...
Oh, I walked out and one of the girls was shaving their legs.
No way.
I was like, what? You're still a baby. What are you doing?
But yeah, that's a great question. Again, something to just check in with your camp and ask if there's any rules on what you can and can't have within the bunks. They will tell you. Like, they normally send out, like, a big pre-departure kind of orientation book, or tell you when you get to camp. But yeah, so this was one question that I saw earlier and I was like, oh my god, this is one of my favourite questions I think I've ever been asked. And it's, if you could add one spirit theme, what would it be? And I think this is such a good, I mean, I think it's a really hard question because I don't really know, but I think it's such a clever question.
It is, but I think with our camp is, like, they do all the themes, like, for instance,
we do have a lot of themes,
like I had, like, country, like, you know, cowgirls, cowboys, and I feel like we did that, touched on that a lot last summer. More so than we did in my first summer.
I don't remember ever dressing up like that.
Do you not?
No, wasn't that just the team in dodgeball?
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like that could be one.
That's what I'd love, because I'm just such a country girl.
I said glitter. Glitter and sparkles.
And if you know camp, you'll be seeing them glitters and sparkles for the next 6 years.
I feel like it would be such a fun but such a messy.
Oh, imagine the bunks though. Imagine doing that before visiting day.
No. Not even necessarily loose glitter, as in just like something maybe sparkles is a better way to say it. Like a sparkly top, sparkly shorts, fishnet tights.
I feel like my girls did that quite a lot last summer because they were Swifties like through and through.
Oh yeah.
So like we had a Taylor Swift concert night.
Yeah.
And they were all wearing like sparkles, and they all had to go dressed as like a era of Taylor Swift or something like that. I feel like I'm gonna start crying.
No, I feel really emotional.
I don't know why, but I feel like I'm gonna start crying.
I feel really emotional. I don't know why that just. Why did that out of nowhere make me feel really like giddy and just like grateful for camp?
What's going on?
Okay, 2 more questions. This is going to be a very long video. Someone literally actually just commented on one of my videos saying they missed the longer videos. So this is perfect. This is here now. Please let me know. Please let me know though, because I always find, I don't know whether it's because TikTok is such a fast scrolling, fast paced app now that I don't have personally the brain capacity to sit and watch a 30-40 minute video. I remember I used to prefer that, and I still do if I watch YouTube, but I don't really watch it too often now. But I used to always prefer longer videos. Like I used to love when someone, Sophie and Chinsia, when they upload like 45-minute vlogs, I'm like, let's watch. But I like putting a video on if I'm doing my hair, doing my makeup. If I've got something to do, I'll watch it. But please let me know if you'd rather have longer videos, because I've just been posting like 10-minute ones thinking that that's what people will watch more. Yeah. But let me know, because I'm more than happy to talk to the camera for an hour.
Love you, Tyler Hill, 18469.
I actually still can't believe you got that tattooed on you.
You can't really see it very well.
We were in New Orleans and she $80?
I think it was 90 or 100.
She was like,
it was $100, but it was £80.
Oh yeah, okay. Right. We'll do one more because we've got
5 minutes to answer this question. How are we going to do this?
Okay, last question. Something very near and dear to my heart. Ooh. How to deal with overpacking.
I'm not even going to answer this one.
I'm so bad.
Yeah, but you've got an outfit for every occasion at the same time.
I'm literally your go-to girl at camp. If you need anything for any occasion, I've got your back. But like, I genuinely think it's a problem at this point. Like, genuinely, I can't stop shopping.
Yeah. My tip for this is don't overpack for camp.
Yeah.
Because in my first summer I bought so much spirit wear and stuff like that, which is all being left at camp. And when I got to travelling, I was like, what am I going to wear to travel in? So this year I've
packed for the nice, pack for the travelling, pack for different things, and then sort out stuff for camp. Obviously still have all your active wear, have lots of socks and stuff, have obviously like swimwear, pyjamas, different things that you will need. But I always say try and buy stuff that can be doubled up for different things. Like I remember someone, I think it was my second year, bought this really incredible all-in-one big fluffy onesie. It was an animal onesie. It was incredible, so cool. But then they weren't on the animal team for dodgeball. Oh. And the chances of wearing that again when it's such a specific outfit. Do you know what I mean? Like if you've got a bright coloured pair of shorts that can be worn day to day at camp, but also for a tight and bright event, or pyjamas that you would wear to go to bed in, but also if you have a pyjama event. Obviously take a lot of your camp colours because you'll wear that more than anything, but
100%, yeah.
I'm the worst person when it comes to overpacking, but like you said, definitely try and pack for the nicer things. Yeah. Because it's the more expensive things then if you have to buy it at the end. So
this summer I'm taking a smaller suitcase, I'm packing, and then I'm halving me packing.
Oh yeah.
I'm being so strict because I buy so much when I'm there.
So do I. I'm not halving nothing.
Yeah, but you're just a serial overpacker, what can I say?
That is one thing as well, like I will buy, or not even just buy, you just accumulate a lot.
Oh, yeah, you don't even know where it comes from.
Like you obviously get your staff shirts, then you might win a really nice like jumper in the staff raffle. You might have a friend that gives you like 3 things, or someone's left a load of stuff behind and you accumulate stuff that way. On your day off you go and you end up buying like 3 sweatshirts because you think it's going to be cold. And then you're at the end of the summer and you're like, how am I supposed to put all this back?
Yeah.
So
that's why it's important, basics. Cheap.
Yeah, that's the thing, like take stuff that you are going to leave. Like I've got a lot of stuff that I'm taking to camp that I know I won't bring back, and I also have a lot of stuff left at camp. Yeah, that's my first video I'm going to film when I get there, is like sort through my life at camp with me, because I've got so much stuff.
Such a good idea though.
Watch me close this out. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that one. Right, we have 2 minutes left on the clock, so let's bid farewell.
thank you for watching this video.
This has been so fun.
Please engage by liking and commenting on the video. If you haven't pressed the subscribe button, it really helps influencers. So please press subscribe. And Tyler Hill 2025, see you there.
2025?
Yeah, like in case they want to apply.
Oh. What about the people that are coming 2024 that are watching?
See you there.
See you soon, besties!
See you soon!
Thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been so fun. I actually feel like you've inspired me. I feel so, like, ready for camp now. I love doing these videos, though. Like, me doing them on my own, I obviously get so excited, but I get 10 times more excited filming them with someone that's also going. And I just get giddy, and I'm like, oh my god, we're actually going to camp in, like I said, a month's time.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
I'll be there in 3 weeks. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.
Tyler Hill, my friend, is me and you.
You and me.
You and me.